The poetry was like half like wanting to share something that could connect us and half just absolute boredom. You know what I mean? I just wanted something to stimulate myself, something to hold myself accountable. Like every day at 2 p.m. I got to be in this place and I got to do this thing. And I thought that would be fun.
The season finale of Grey's Anatomy definitely coming a little bit sooner than fans were expecting, but we're still really pumped for it. How hard was it for you and the cast and the crew to not only halt production, but to realize you wouldn't get to film those last 4 episodes?
Yeah, it was tough. Like a lot of cities and states have been doing is sort of a precautionary measures step by step. So in the beginning, it started with us getting an email that we were going to shut down production for 2 weeks and then reassess the situation, which now seems obviously absolutely ridiculous. You know, we were ramping up to a different kind of finale, which we'll just have to wait for next season. But I think luckily, very, very luckily, this episode is incredible and jam-packed with a lot of sort of climaxes, a lot of the stories that we've been telling. So I think it's going to be very satisfying as a finale, even though it wasn't originally planned as one.
I actually really can't wait for you and the entire Grey's Anatomy family to be reunited, making more episodes. But until then, we have to practice physical distancing. Have you and the rest of the cast been keeping in touch during these difficult times?
Definitely, yeah. I've been trying. I've been doing this poetry in the PM live show on my Instagram for the past 2 weeks. I just love poetry and literature, and I thought it was just a nice way to kind of connect us all in these times that we're so divided, physically at least. So just getting people that I know from all over the world to read poems in different languages has been a cool way to kind of connect us and show us all that we're one. And so that being said, I've had some people from Grey's Anatomy come on my live, and I hope to have many more come on as well, as I miss them.
Well, this eTalk gal and our eTalk show and audience are very privileged, because where you're sitting right now is actually where you film poetry in the PM. So we're getting a bird's eye view right now of what happens on social media. Love that you've been doing that. I haven't seen anybody else do that, so it's really refreshing. And it feels like everyone's really stepping up right now, whether it's to bring a little bit of entertainment value with your poetry readings, or actually getting, your hands dirty and donating and encouraging people to donate. We saw that with the show, donating gloves and gowns, but you are also really stepping up. Can you tell me a little bit about the work that you're doing with Cameo and where you want that money to go?
I've been working with Cameo since, I think I joined in November. I originally heard about it and I was skeptic, but then I saw a friend of mine who was an actor, and he was doing it for charity, and I was like, oh, that makes sense. Like that's what that should be used for. So I started using it, and I found it incredibly successful. I've raised about $30,000 so far. It's endless, the ways that you could help this crisis.
You actually said that the best way we can say thank you to all the healthcare individuals on the front lines is to stay home. And so that's what we are doing. How is that going for you? Clearly you're doing your poetry readings, but what else are you up to?
Yeah, the poetry was like half like wanting to share something that could connect us and half just absolute boredom. You know what I mean? I just wanted something to stimulate myself, something to hold myself accountable. Like every day at 2 p.m. I got to be in this place and I got to do this thing. And I thought that would be fun. Been exercising a lot, catching up on, books I hadn't read or TV shows I hadn't watched, little projects around the house, organizing things that were a mess, and spending more time with my wife, you know what I mean? And, during the year, I'm so busy, and the Grey's Anatomy schedule is insane. And so I've been enjoying just having more time together at home.